Welcome to the dark side of the unknown. In this video, we dive deep, obsessively deep, into the eerie world of demonic activity. From ancient texts to modern-day possessions, we're breaking down the origins, behaviors, and terrifying patterns of demonic entities. No sensationalism, just cold, creepy facts and chilling details. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, prepare to have your curiosity possessed. Grab your salt, light a candle, and hit subscribe, because what you're about to hear may just keep you up tonight. This is demonic activity, explained in obsessive detail. Let's begin, if you dare. Demonic activity explained in obsessive detail. Demonic activity has fascinated, terrified, and bewildered humanity across cultures and centuries. Whether seen through the lens of theology, folklore, psychology, or fiction, the idea that malevolent supernatural entities can influence or inhabit the world is a deeply rooted concept. In this comprehensive exploration, we'll dissect the concept of demonic activity in obsessive detail, tracing its origins, typologies, manifestations, purposes, and interpretations. This text will balance traditional theological frameworks, occult beliefs, historical case studies, and modern psychological theories to provide a rounded and in-depth analysis. 1. Historical and cultural origins of demonic activity. Demonic beings are not exclusive to Christianity. They are a universal feature of human spiritual consciousness. Mesopotamian roots, the ancient Sumerians and Akkadians spoke of spirits like Utaku and Adimu, restless souls that could cause harm. The demoness Lamashta was said to harm mothers and infants. Ancient Judaism, demons such as Lilith, a female night spirit, and Asmodeus appear in apocryphal and rabbinical texts. Demons were often viewed as fallen angels or spirits of the wicked dead. Christian theology, Christianity, particularly through the writings of Augustine, Aquinas, and the Desert Fathers, systematized the demonic. Demons are often seen as fallen angels, Lucifer and his followers, cast out of heaven during the war in heaven, Revelation 12. Islamic views, the Quran mentions jinn, spiritual beings made of smokeless fire. While not all jinn are evil, shayatin, devils, like Iblis actively lead humans astray. Eastern and folk traditions, Hinduism, Buddhism, and Chinese religions have their own demonic entities, such as Rakshasas, Mara, and Gui, often representing chaos, desire, or ancestral unrest. 2. Classifications of demonic entities. Theologians and demonologists often classify demons with obsessive detail, establishing hierarchies, attributes, and domains. Christian hierarchies, notably detailed in grimoires such as the Ars Goetia, demons are often named, ranked, and given symbols or sigils. The Lantern of Light, 14th century, grouped demons under the 7 deadly sins. For example, Lucifer, pride. Mammon, greed. Asmodeus, lust. Leviathan, envy. Beelzebub, gluttony. Satan, wrath. Belphegor, sloth. Types of demonic beings. Fallen angels, once celestial beings, now corrupt and antagonistic. Elemental or nature demons, associated with forests, storms, deserts, common in animist traditions. Possessing spirits, actively seek to inhabit or control human bodies. Poltergeists, disturbance-causing entities, often linked with emotional trauma. Incubi/succubi, demons that engage in sexual activity with humans during sleep. 3. Manifestations of demonic activity. Demonic activity is believed to occur in increasingly severe stages. Catholic exorcists often refer to a 4-stage model. Infestation, the presence of a demon in a location. Typical signs include unexplained noises, footsteps, banging. Foul smells, sulfur, decay. Movement of objects. Shadow figures. Oppression, the demon begins targeting a person psychologically or physically. Sleep paralysis. Nightmares involving dark figures. Anxiety, depression, suicidal ideation. Unexplained illnesses or misfortunes. Obsession, the victim's thoughts are dominated by the demonic presence. Intrusive thoughts of violence or blasphemy. Compulsions, self-harm. Psychic attacks, hearing voices. Possession, the demon takes partial or full control of the person's body. Speaking in unknown languages, glossolalia or xenoglossy. Superhuman strength. Aversion to holy symbols. Contorted movements or levitation. Case study, the 1949 possession case of Roland Doe, basis for The Exorcist, featured all stages, including levitation, language unknown to the subject, and a dramatic exorcism performed by Jesuits. 4. Purpose and strategy of demonic activity. From a theological and occult perspective, demons are purposeful agents of chaos. Their strategies are insidious. Deception, appearing as angels or spirits of loved ones to gain trust. 2 Corinthians 11 verse 14, even Satan disguises himself as an angel of light. Temptation, whispering thoughts, pushing the soul towards sin. Control, undermining free will, either through possession or compulsion. Destruction, aiming for the damnation of the soul and the destruction of relationships and health. Occultists describe demons as operating under a contractual system, rituals or invitations, e.g., using Ouija boards, black magic, open doors for them to enter. Exorcists, however, claim that even the innocent can be affected if spiritually vulnerable. 5. Exorcism and spiritual combat. Throughout history, different cultures have developed rituals to confront or expel demonic entities. Catholic exorcism, governed by the Rituale Romanum, a formal rite includes liturgical prayers, use of holy water, crucifixes, relics. The command, I adjure thee, unclean spirit. Requirements include priest in a state of grace, bishop's permission, exhaustive psychological evaluation of the afflicted. Islamic ruqya, the reading of specific Quranic verses, especially Surah al-Falaq and al-Nas, accompanied by supplication and sometimes physical recitation over water or oil. Shamanic rites, in tribal traditions, the shaman enters a trance to confront or negotiate with the spirit. Drumming, plant medicine, and chanting are common tools. Psychological therapies, in modern times, many alleged demonic cases are treated with psychotherapy, especially in cases involving dissociative identity disorder, DID, or schizophrenia. 6. Psychological and skeptical perspectives. While theologians and occultists take demons as literal beings, psychologists and skeptics often reframe the phenomenon. Mental illness, many symptoms of possession, hallucinations, voice hearing, compulsions, mirror psychiatric disorders such as schizophrenia, dissociative identity disorder, temporal lobe epilepsy, sleep paralysis. Cultural influence. Sociologists note that demonic activity is often reported in cultures where belief in spirits is widespread. A person experiencing trauma may express it through culturally accessible narratives, like possession. Mass hysteria and suggestibility. Cases of possession sometimes occur in clusters, suggesting the role of social contagion. Yet some psychologists, e.g., M. Scott Peck, author of People of the Lie, argue that certain cases defy medical explanation and suggest a metaphysical evil at work. 7. Demonic influence in popular culture. Demonic activity has been a fertile subject for literature, film, and art. It reflects both spiritual dread and psychological projection. Literature, Goethe's Faust, Milton's Paradise Lost, and Dostoevsky's The Brothers Karamazov explore themes of demonic temptation and moral fall. Film, The Exorcist, 1973, remains the archetypal portrayal of demonic possession. Other films, The Conjuring, Hereditary, The Last Exorcism, explore the fear of the unseen and the fragility of faith. Games and music, games like Doom, Diablo, or even Dungeons and Dragons include demonology elements. Metal music often uses demonic imagery to provoke or express rebellion. These representations often exaggerate or stylize real-world beliefs, but they reflect an enduring fascination with evil as a force beyond human understanding. 8. Modern-day demonic narratives. Despite secularization, reports of demonic activity persist. The Smurl haunting. A 1970s Pennsylvania family claimed a demonic entity caused physical attacks and foul odors. The Warrens, famed demonologists, investigated. Anneliese Michel, a German woman who died in 1976 after 67 exorcisms. Her story inspired the exorcism of Emily Rose. Psychological diagnoses included epilepsy, but her symptoms were interpreted by her family and priests as demonic. Latin American accounts, countries like Mexico and Brazil report frequent exorcisms. Pentecostal churches often perform public deliverance rituals. Some of these narratives intersect with issues of abuse, manipulation, or mental illness, raising ethical questions about the line between belief and harm. 9. Theological debates on demonic activity. Within Christianity, not all denominations agree on the nature or prevalence of demons. Catholics and Orthodox accept the reality of demons and have formal rites of exorcism. Evangelicals often believe in deliverance ministry but lack structured rites. Mainline Protestants tend to demythologize demons, viewing them as symbolic of inner evil. Liberal theologians, some interpret demons metaphorically, representing psychological, societal, or structural evils, e.g., addiction, oppression. This diversity reflects broader theological questions: is evil a personal force, or a byproduct of human fallenness? Can humans be truly possessed, or merely influenced? 10. Demons as metaphor, archetypal and psychological views. Beyond religion, Carl Jung and depth psychologists see demons as archetypes, projections of the shadow self. The shadow, the unconscious aspect of the psyche that contains repressed desires, fears, and anger. Jung believed confronting this demon was essential to individuation. Ego disintegration, possession can symbolize the collapse of the conscious self under trauma. Spiritual bypass, some people externalize their flaws as demons rather than integrating or confronting them. In this view, demonic activity is not external but internal, an expression of deep psychological conflict or spiritual disintegration. Demonic activity is a deeply complex phenomenon with multiple layers of interpretation: spiritual, psychological, cultural, and personal. Whether viewed as literal entities waging war against human souls or as projections of the human psyche's darkest fears, demons reflect the eternal human struggle with evil, chaos, and suffering. The obsessive detail with which they are catalogued, analyzed, and feared suggests that, at their core, demons are not just supernatural foes, but mirrors of our most primal anxieties. In the end, the question may not be whether demons exist, but how we choose to confront what they represent: fear, temptation, chaos, or the disowned parts of ourselves. And that is perhaps the most dangerous kind of possession of all. Dive headfirst into the shadows as we explore demonic activity, explained in obsessive detail. From ancient demonology to chilling real-world cases, this video unpacks the history, signs, and psychological theories behind demonic encounters. We leave no cursed stone unturned, analyzing possession, rituals, and the entities that haunt human folklore. Whether you're a horror fan, a paranormal investigator, or just morbidly curious, this in-depth breakdown is made for you. Like, subscribe, and join us for more deep dives into the dark and unexplained. Viewer discretion is advised. The truth can be more terrifying than fiction. Are you ready to face the abyss?